Today's show is brought to you by Audible. Audible is offering each and every one of our listeners a free audiobook with a 30-day trial membership. That's right. All you have to do is go to audibletrial.com/PBT and browse an unmatched, unbelievable selection of audio programs. Download a title, start listening. It's that easy. audibletrial.com/PBT. Hey everybody, welcome back in to PBT. We're gonna have a good show today. We already know it. It's gonna be amazing. Excuse me.
You don't know that. You don't know we're gonna have a good show.
First we're gonna do PDW. We're gonna talk a little bit about the Xbox and PlayStation free games with Gold and PlayStation Network free games. We're gonna talk about GameStop and the madness that's going on with them. And lastly, we're gonna talk about ask each other a few questions about Would You Rather. I forgot to say, I'm Scott, joined by my main man.
Jace, what's up?
And
Jacob, what's up?
Hey, Jacob, what are you doing for your PDW, my guy?
Actually, I'm glad you asked, because I literally just finished typing it. So, you ready?
Never ready.
Okay, cool, I'll go. So, so far, playing, one of them actually started today. New season of Apex just came out, so I'm playing a little bit of Apex, and so far it's pretty good. And then I got a little leak for kind of a new expansion for WoW, so I've been playing some WoW Classic to kind of prepare and get ready. And also, if any of you guys have this game, been playing a lot of Smash Bros, and I will smash any of you guys any day, hands down. Fucking play me. I just beat a level 4 computer. Pretty proud of myself.
How many levels are on the computer?
I think it goes up to 10.
Weak.
Sorry, I froze.
That shit's weak.
You beat level 4 of what?
Oh, level 4 computer in Super Smash Bros. Do you guys have Smash Bros?
And he's
Just
proud
got
of
it.
that.
Started playing it.
Oh, I'm just trolling, by the way. I beat like level 9.
Yeah, right. You already said
Dude.
level 4, dude.
Dude, I did. And by the way, there's a super big freaking glitch to unlock everybody. So I've unlocked not a glitch, but you can basically if you do a smash and then you just fall off the map real quick and then you a new character will approach. You beat him, reset your switch, and then new character will approach every time you win a game or lose. Doesn't matter.
Sounds like a glitch to me.
Yeah, it's pretty OP, dude. I've what normally takes 10 minutes of playing time per person took me an hour and a half to unlock every character. All 72 characters.
There's a lot of characters
Damn.
in the game. I just started playing through the little campaign.
No, yeah, I don't know. I'm not a campaign guy, so I was just
Yeah, I don't
here
like
to
that about you.
unlock everybody as fast as possible, and then probably never play the game ever again.
I mean, the campaign is just tons of regular games.
Yeah, but there's a storyline. You gotta go around the map and stuff. You gotta figure stuff out. Stupid moves. That sucks. That's stupid. Nobody's here to play that stupid freaking campaign, dude. We're all here to freaking 1v1 in Smash and fucking beat the shit out of each other. That's what Smash is all about.
You playing online or?
0. Not yet. But me and 4 of my friends or my cousins have Smash, and so we're all gonna play each other eventually. Probably not. We literally all bought Switches to play with each other, and we're probably never gonna do it. But that's it for playing. Oh, so watching, and I'll save my doing for last because I don't think I even told you guys. What was that?
So, because you ain't doing shit.
Say that to my face.
Damn. You know what? If I wasn't supposed to be socially distancing, I would. You better believe that shit, too.
You. That's how I'd beat you in a fight. That'd be my one-hit KO. I'd just cough on you and you'd be like, no, gotta go.
Stop, I'm melting.
But so I'm watching. I just finished Fate Stay Night, which I'm sure you guys don't even care about because you guys love anime so much.
Right.
I rate it 7.5 out of 10.
What is it on a normal person scale?
Huh?
What would you say it would be on a normal person scale that doesn't give a shit about anime?
0. Why would they?
I love that he's so honest.
I mean, dude, if you've never watched it, you're just dude, anime sucks.
Yeah, it's true.
Where are the big titties at?
Yeah, that's what...
But I just started watching Jujutsu Kaisen, which last year was a pretty shitty year for anime, and it's kind of rated the best anime. And I'd say so far it's 8.5 out of 10, but there's only like 16 episodes out.
You just basically watch people like swing katanas at each other and then like just fly around like the world with like big hair and stuff. Is that basically the anime you watch?
No, not even close. This one's like about like jujitsu and like they fight each other and there's like
Jujitsu is in like ground game jujitsu?
no, like the hand-to-hand fighting style jujitsu.
Yeah, which is ground game. Jujitsu is ground game. It's just
Dude,
like...
I don't fucking know what jujitsu is. I just watch the
you
anime.
Can stand up in jujitsu. A lot of throws.
Huh? I don't know, dude. They go like this. They go like this.
Oh my god.
And then like wolves come out from the ground, dude. If that's what jujitsu is in real life, I'm fucking gonna start. I'm gonna devote my whole life to jujitsu. I'm gonna quit the fish market.
Judo has a lot of throws and chokes and a few submissions and stuff. Jiu-Jitsu is all submissions and ground game and like.
Do you know the
I've
difference
seen
between judo and jiu-jitsu?
I've seen jujitsu like tutorials, and they teach you how to grab gis and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
gi, yeah.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu, yeah.
Gi, is that like all their like chakra points? Or like
They're usually called sweeps. A throw is like when you're like.
Oh, Scott's dead.
Yeah, Scott froze up.
Sorry,
Hey, he'll join us later.
Between judo and jiu-jitsu?
Do I know the difference?
Yeah.
Does it look like I know the difference?
You don't know who you're fucking messing with.
Oh, that was a good one. Anyways, what else? What else is on your playing, doing, watching? Specifically, you're doing.
Oh, doing? Drum roll, please.
I don't have a drum roll.
So I went to Utah to go visit my Mormon family.
Wait, hold up. You have a Mormon family?
Yeah. So my dad.
Why are you like the furthest thing from being a Mormon then?
Dude, let me tell you, saying "Oh my God" on accident, and then getting all these dirty looks was so embarrassing. It wasn't even embarrassing. I was like, dude, you guys need to calm down.
Yeah.
And then there's
taking
Kylie
the Lord's
over
name
there.
in vain, right?
Yeah, do not say the Lord's name in vain. I mean, like they.
What if you said, "God damn it"? What would they do?
So.
Oh no!
Me being not raised over there, but like when I'd go see my dad for like 1 week a year and pretty much just hang out with my grandma the whole time, I would be with them. So I kind of know what to say, what not to say. I mean, like I still have to filter myself a little bit, or actually I filter myself a lot, like so fucking much, but I have to always think about it. So I slipped a couple times, dude. Actually, before I tell you what the one thing that I did slip on is, so they always eat these huge dinners, right? So everybody dishes up, right? And there's this food sitting on the counter, and I see these cookies, and I'm like, oh, dude, hell yeah, homemade cookies, and I pop it in my mouth, and then my uncle like puts his plate down. He's like, all right, everybody pray so I can eat, and I was like, stop. I have a cookie full in my mouth. I was like, oh dude, I totally forgot. You can't eat until you're done praying. And I'm just like, I was like, and everybody's
Did
like,
they look at you?
Oh dude, oh yeah, they're like, oh my god, I can't believe he just ate a cookie. He broke the sacred tradition.
So I have a lot of questions about just like overall lifestyle of like your Mormon family. Do they all kind of look the same too?
No.
They don't?
No.
Oh, on TV, whenever I see like Mormon families, they all look pretty much the same.
Well, okay. I mean, dude, like, do you look like your brothers and sisters?
No.
I look like my sister. I know you probably don't
sister.
think you do. Huh?
I look like my sister and one of my brothers. I have one brother that looks like none of us.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so, like, my aunt has like 6 kids. One's a boy.
Yeah.
Obviously, doesn't look like them. He like got more of, well, not obviously, but he doesn't look like them. 2 of the sisters look pretty close, and then one sister just straight up looks adopted. Or 3 of the sisters look pretty close. One just straight up looks adopted. So I've
also noticed that a lot of, and this is really just generalizing families. I've also noticed that a lot of Mormon families have really similar haircuts. Yeah. Not amongst each other, but amongst the Mormon like community.
I've noticed Mormons are typically really good looking. Is that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
I don't know, dude. They just like always have like perfect teeth, white smiles, good hair.
Oh, they take care of themselves, I'm sure.
It's because they don't freaking drink caffeine.
My girlfriend used to be Mormon.
Nice.
She's not Mormon anymore.
What, does she practice polygamy? So she got banished from the church?
No, but I'll tell her that.
Do you know what polygamy is?
No, Jacob, enlighten us.
It's when you have more than one husband or wife.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So if you have any more Mormon questions, just ask me too. But so
Are you our
basically-
resident expert?
No, but I know what to say and what not to say.
What? So, let me paint the picture for a scenario. You tell me what to say, and you tell me what not to say.
Yep.
So, you knock on the door, they open the door, and you want to come inside. What shouldn't you say? And then what should you say?
Say, I'm coming.
Wait, you say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And-
And what shouldn't you say?
Don't mention anything about their underwear.
I'm coming.
Yeah, that's what you shouldn't say.
Okay. What should you say?
I'm coming.
I'm coming.
So both of those you should and you shouldn't say. It just depends on how you
Exactly.
deliver it.
Yeah. So like one's like, ooh, they're probably having sex. One's like, it's just a polite way to say it.
Sure. Okay. So what about when you're leaving? You've finished your stay and you're about to leave their house.
Do you want me to go out the window so your husband doesn't see?
That's what you should say.
That's what you should say.
Okay. And what shouldn't you say?
Oh my god.
Basically, anything that takes the Lord's name in vain, you shouldn't say.
Anything.
I have a
Anything
lot
that makes babies, it's okay. Anything that you say God or hell or damn,
Like,
Especially
damn it, I just
Jacob.
shit myself.
yeah.
Jacob,
couldn't
were
say
you,
that.
Were you a meth baby?
No, my mom didn't do drugs.
Man, you sure seem like a meth baby.
Thanks. I really look
Damn.
like one too, huh?
Not right now.
No, I took a shower,
Oh, that's
brushed
good.
my teeth.
You look a little healthy right now. That's a departure from what you're normally,
Yeah,
you
it's
normally
crazy.
look
When you
like.
switch from drugs to alcohol, dude, you just look so much better.
That is an hour earlier than we normally see him, or 2 hours, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm an hour ahead. To get to your God damn it or Jesus fucking whatever. Oh, don't say Jesus fucking Christ either. That's not good. So Kylie went swing dancing until 2 a.m. and she like got I don't know exactly what happened, but basically she's dancing with this guy and she was like, oh my fucking god. And the guy was just like mouth open. He's like just stared at her, was like speechless apparently, and she was like, I can't believe I just said that in Provo, Utah. Oh.
Damn.
Dude, everybody was like, oh. And dude, my grandma judged me so hard. She asked how we met, and I was like, oh, we met at a country festival. And then Kylie was like, literally from across the room. And then we matched on Tinder and rekindled. And she was like, oh, another, is that online dating? And I was like, yep. She's like, oh, great, another one of those. I was like, girl. She's like old school Mormon though.
Was there like a lot of like comments after things that you said that were like kind of underhanded and like backhanded? Like, oh,
No, dude.
another one of
Mormons
those.
aren't like that. Mormons
No,
aren't
yeah.
like that.
They're not like that. I mean, like, if you say the Lord's name in vain, they're just like, ooh. Like, that's
Yeah.
not okay. But my family's really modern about it. Like, they know people drink. They know, like, this stuff happens. They know that I'm not Mormon. So they're not like, you shouldn't say that. Like, God, honestly,
They just
brush
get
the other
visibly
way.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, the person that really cares is my grandmother, who's like an old school by the book Mormon. Like, dude, Kylie brought her coffee, and dude, my grandma could not keep her eyes off the freaking coffee.
Was it
But like,
devil
dude,
juice?
it's like, Huh?
It's devil juice.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Scott?
Yeah, it's the weird thing, that whole caffeine thing.
I asked I don't know, dude. I asked my cousin about that, and most of it's like, it's just like preference, or not even preference. It's like, but like, there's nowhere in in the temple or whatever that says you cannot drink caffeine. It just depends on how strict you are. Like, if you view caffeine as a drug, then you don't do, like, they're like, you can't do drugs, but like, dude, it's like coffee. So there's a lot of loose.
Isn't it like you can't put anything to your body that alters your body?
No, yeah.
So
But
caffeine
that's like if
fall
you're
into
like
that.
that's if you're like my grandma. Basically, if you want to get into the temple, be accepted in the temple, you want to follow like the book by book rules. But like, I don't know, nobody does. At least I think our generation is a lot more like lax about it. Maybe because we have like the internet and stuff, where we grew up like seeing all these jokes and stuff, so we just have completely different personalities than people who went door to door and only read the Bible 24/7. So, but yeah, Utah was crazy.
All right. Is that your playing, doing, watching?
To answer Scott's question, yeah, that is my PDW. But no, Utah is open. There was no mask mandate as of like the day I got there. Actually, they canceled it. And what else?
Do people wear masks like when you're out and about?
Everybody wore a mask, yeah. Like if everybody wore a mask. There was very few. I honestly, dude, I probably see less people wear masks in the Sandy, Oregon, Safeway or Fred Meyer's than I did in Utah in the store.
All right,
So.
Jay. PDW.
I'm not playing anything right now. I've just
Because you suck.
pretty much, but also I haven't found anything that's fun anymore. Like, not a single mobile game, nothing on Switch, nothing on PlayStation, nothing on Xbox. And I don't know, and this is no shade, like, I don't know if it's that I'm growing, that like I'm drifting away from gaming or whatever, but I don't know. There isn't anything there that tickles my fancy when it comes to playing video games. I have been watching like random like videos on YouTube, like with people playing video games, because I do still find that fascinating. In fact, I think IGN just like had a story about like video game footage that leaked from an Xbox like 4K remaster of like GoldenEye, and it was really cool. Like, it was like a 30-40 minute video of some guy like doing a long play of the entire game. And as I was watching that, I remembered thinking like, fuck, he's doing this in like a really like good order, like trying to get through all the mission objectives to achieve the 007 agent rank. And I was like, man, I got to go back and play that. So I might go back and play GoldenEye, but I'm not sure yet. I just have to have the time. As far as what I'm watching, like a ton of shit. 600 Pound Life, still B+. The last, I can't remember the lady's name, but the last episode was pretty disappointing because she did super well in the beginning, and then she just started falling off. What's that?
Don't spoil it, because I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, fuck. Well, I should have asked.
Been able to.
Did you watch 1,000 Pound Sisters?
No, is there a new one?
New season, yeah.
Sweet. Well, it's the next on the list.
Okay, I'm caught up with that. That's a B+. It's frustrating to watch.
The way like my life is, I get home, and then from like 7:30 when I get home all the way till 9:30, it's just like family time. We don't watch any TV generally. So
no
the only
TV?
time we watch no TV. Sometimes we'll watch Shark Tank, like at dinner, if like whatever. But we don't watch any TV. We play with Oliver. We do things around the house. There's just too much shit to get done,
Yeah.
And then after 9:30, when he goes down, that's when my wife and I watch something. But we have to wake up relatively early. It's not like by the time we get downstairs, it's like 10 to 10:30, and so, I mean, you really can realistically watch one, maybe two episodes. So like right now, well, I'll talk about it in a second, but it's harder for me to like catch up, and watch all this stuff.
Yeah, that would suck. Sorry, dude.
You know what that sounds like?
That's life.
Sounds like a personal problem. Spoil it.
Oh shit. I'm not gonna spoil it because if there are any listeners out there, also, I don't want to spoil anything.
You're lucky.
But I've also finished watching Search Party. Season 4 came out in like spurts, so they released 3 episodes initially, and then they released another 3, and then I think they released the remaining 4 episodes, if I'm not mistaken. It ends on a somewhat of a cliffhanger. They could either end it or they could come out with another season. So if they're greenlit, it would make complete sense. That show is a fucking A+. It started off on TBS for the first 2 seasons, and then the last 2 seasons were on HBO. And if you haven't seen it yet, I think I've already explained the plot, but it's basically a group of like privileged hipsters initially start out the series by trying to find a girl that went to their college that they graduated with that went missing. And based off of that first season, it kind of spirals out of control. And then each season is based off of another problem that the previous season created. So definitely really good. It's a dark comedy, so you will find pleasure in that if you like comedies. But it's definitely dark. So A+, we'll go watch it. It's out in its entirety right now on HBO Max. Watching RuPaul's Drag Race, that one is still... This is probably my favorite season. This is probably an A+ season. Drag Race UK, that one is actually surprisingly really good. That one's an A+. And it's definitely getting a lot of attention on social media. There's a drag queen named Jacob Borer, and she is super... No, I'm just kidding. There's a drag queen named Tia Coffee, and she's like a total dark horse.
Tea or coffee?
Tia Coffee.
Tea or coffee?
Their names are supposed to be a pun. Just so you know.
I was like,
there's one that's called what's her name? Like there's one called Trixie Mattel. She's really famous. There's another one that's called fuck. I'm blanking on names because there's so many right now. But they're generally
there's so many I can't think of it.
There's generally like
dude, there's so many names I can't think of one.
Oh, fuck you. There's generally a pun. The like all of my favorites right now aren't really puns. There's like one that's named Katya. There's another one named Alyssa Edwards. One that's called Courtney Act. That's
Caught in the act.
Courtney Act.
And she's Australian.
Boy.
I don't know. There's a bunch of fucking punny names.
Put another shrimp on the bobby.
Yep.
Didn't get my Dumb Hammer joke. Okay, whatever.
That Drag Race UK is an A+. I did recently watch another thing, and I downloaded the Discovery Plus app and started a 7-day trial. And I almost wish that I hadn't, because I was really, really excited to watch this Ghost Adventures explore the Cecil Hotel, because I'd heard so much about it, and I've actually read so much about it. This is the famous hotel where like the Elisa Lam case happened. If you're familiar, it's about like a girl that mysteriously is caught on video talking to somebody that's not even there as she's in an elevator. And then she disappears, and then I think a few days later, there's something wrong with the water system at the hotel, and they find her dead body in the water tank on the roof. And what's interesting about it is that the door is always locked to go to the roof with an alarm system, and the tank was also locked from the outside. So it's a very strange situation.
Nani?
Yeah. And so I ended up... Oh, and Richard Ramirez also stayed there. There's like tons of bad shit that happened. There's like a person that tried to commit suicide. They ended up doing it, but they also killed somebody by falling on them while they were committing suicide, jumping out of a window. Anyways, I fucking disliked this Ghost Adventures special. It was a 2-hour special, and it's full of like bullshit science. It's full of bullshit experts that are saying that they're like psychic mediums. They feature a lot of like specialized equipment called like spirit boxes and fucking like something that's like just letters, like an acronym for something, and it's fucking stupid. I gave it a D plus because if you want to laugh, like go for it, but it's not meant to be funny. There were
So
points
like the movie
at which
Rubber.
Yeah, exactly. So
Like it's just so dumb that you're just like, dude, I can't help but laugh.
yeah, they're taking themselves way too seriously. They're always like saying, "Oh my god, I just felt like a tremendous gust of cold wind. I'm freezing right now." And the camera pans over to them; they're drenched in sweat. So they're full of shit.
Jose kind of looks like the main guy from that Ghost Adventures. The kind of douchey
Oh, Zach
guy.
Bagans.
I've
Funny
literally
story.
never seen that.
So we went to the Zach Bagan haunted museum, and they have a bunch of like crazy like oddities and artifacts from the paranormal, occult, and serial killers and stuff. And they make you sign this waiver that says that if you die or if you have like terrible dreams or whatever, if you're like if a spirit attaches itself to you or whatever, you can't sue them. And I was just like, okay, well, that's kind of fucking stupid, but whatever.
It's all part of the play, dude. It's not real.
What's that?
It's all a part of the ploy. It's not real.
Yeah, well, I wasn't trying to be a dick. Katie insists that I was trolling, but I promise you I wasn't trolling. There's this guy that leads all of like the people in the tour. His name is Angry Joe. I swear to God that was on his name tag. And he gives you like a little bit of backstory, and he's always like, if you believe in ghosts, and if you think that the paranormal is real, then you'll really enjoy this. But if you're a skeptic, I'm telling you, I'm warning you right now, it's not something that you should take lightly. And he's like, there's a doll that if you stare at its eyes, it's been known to give people heart attacks. And so I was like, oh, that's interesting. So then I raised my hand. What's that?
You stared at its eyes?
No, this is before we'd even gotten into the museum. So I raised my hand and I was like, hey, have you seen this happen? And he goes, well, no, I haven't personally seen it happen, but I know of a person that did see it happen. And so I was just like, oh, okay. Well, what else happened? What's other crazy things that happened? He's like, oh, there's plenty of crazy stuff. And I was like what? And he was like, well, there's tons of crazy stuff. And he couldn't think of something. And then, like, there were other points.
He's like pulling out a script. He's like, oh, shit, what?
Yeah. There were other points where, like, they were like, if you go inside of this room, go at your own risk because it's been known to be accompanied by a spirit or whatever. And it was like a shrunken head or something like that. And they're like, does anybody want to go in? And I was like, I'll go in. And so then I went in by myself, and like they make you stay in there by yourself for like 5 seconds or something like that. And I literally just like stood there and stared at a shrunken head, and then they opened the door on the other side, and they're like, anything crazy happen? I was like, no, I was just staring at a shrunken head. And everybody was like, oh, I'm not going in, and nobody else went in. It was stupid. It was a bunch of like bullshit signs. The spirit box that they have basically plays a bunch of static, and you're supposed to be able to ask it a question in the proximity of the spirit, and you get to hear the spirit talk back to you. It's dumb.
And then you hear the voice die. He's like, oh, 1 sec, let me change the batteries real quick.
Exactly. So I gave it a D plus only because of the comedic value. Otherwise, I would have gotten an F. As far as what I'm,
that guy who looks just like Jose or Jay.
I don't think he does. It's just because he wears glasses.
Oh, dude, that's your older brother.
No, I swear to God, this is almost like the curse of wearing glasses. Anybody that wears the same glasses as you,
dude, it's more than that. Same haircut, glasses, same facial structure, dude, or facial structure, same hairline or facial hairline, beard stuff. You guys have the same shit going on here.
I don't think so. I think you're
the
mistaken.
Blue Steel look, dude. That's you.
Well, anyway, I think that if you do have Disney Plus, or not Disney Plus, Discovery Plus, and you wanted to go watch it, give it a shot. But I think on February 10th, there's a Netflix documentary coming out. I will be watching that, and I will be comparing it to the Ghost Adventure special. And I guarantee you it's going to be better, but we'll see. I'm not doing anything different than I was last week, so I'm going to skip that part of my playing, doing, watching. Scott, what's up?
Playing, I got Hitman 3. It's fun. It's a really good game. There's like 6 levels, but the levels have so much, like they're so in depth. There's like so many different ways to approach everything. Like I like snuck into this house where you have to basically murder like the owner of this big house, this mansion, and then steal something out of the wall, like a wall safe. And I was just like standing on the balcony looking around, and there's like a greenhouse, there's like a detective down there, and then there's someone filming like a movie, and I was thinking, dude, there's like so many different ways I'm assuming you can go through this level, so that's fun.
Does it live up to the hype?
Yeah, I think it does. Also, dude, super excited. I've been playing some Madden, and they announced today that the NCAA game is coming to PlayStation 5. Super excited, probably about as excited as I can get. I love the NCAA football games.
Are they going to pay those players for their likeness?
I don't know what they're going to do yet, because the old games didn't have player likenesses. So I don't know what they're going to do, but probably not, obviously. Then my wife and I have been watching John Adams. It's a mini series from like Tom Hanks. It's on HBO.
Dude, you sweat Tom Hanks.
Love it.
Is he your favorite actor?
100%. He's my favorite actor / favorite director. He's a huge history buff, and I'm a history buff, and like everything he makes is just really good.
Are you two like kindred spirits?
Probably, dude. I'd be his personal assistant.
Really? What if he was like, yeah. I want you to wipe my ass?
It'd be a hard one. It depends how much I'm getting paid.
You're thinking about it?
You should have to pay money to do that.
Would you wipe someone's ass, Tom Hanks or otherwise, for $100,000?
Yeah.
I got a would you rather for you, real quick. This is just for Scott. Would you rather wipe his ass or hold his penis while he pees?
How long is the pee? Like a
just
long
normal pee, like 30 seconds.
Like all the time? You have to pick one or the other?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
I'd probably wipe his ass.
You'd rather wipe his ass? Is it because it's less homoerotic?
Well, yeah, probably.
All right. Actually, Jacob, what would you rather do? This goes for your idol, Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Oh, I thought he was your idol. Oh, no, it's the Tiger King. You like the Tiger King.
Oh, yeah, brother, Tiger King.
So would you rather wipe his ass or hold his penis while he pees?
I'm going to go with pee.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he just rips fucking... Well, 1, he's a redneck that doesn't shower. That's just fucking gross. 2, he's probably got a big ding-dong because he's gay. 3,
well, he also pierces
looks like he blows the toilet up.
Yeah. Maybe he could, like, add, like, a handle to one of his piercings so you don't even have to touch his wiener.
Oh! Oh, you just, like, hold his...
piercing?
Handle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Machine guns, like from World War II, they had these things called balers.
Oh, yeah.
It was this wire, basically, with a wooden handle on it, and you'd put it over the machine gun barrel so you could carry it. That's exactly what I imagined when you said handle, a baler. You, like, put it on and hold it up.
That gave me the willies.
Yeah, it's playing, watching, doing not a whole lot, to be honest. It's been pretty slow. And I have been listening. Listened to Louis Theroux's book. That was pretty interesting. If anyone hasn't watched the Louis Theroux documentaries, I would super highly recommend them again. Amazing. I don't know if I said this last time, but we watched the assisted suicide one, and my wife was like downright crying. It was hard to watch because just, you know, you had like this guy who has like really bad cancer, and it's like just demolishing his body. And Louis Theroux is just like, so like if you were gonna commit suicide, basically, because they give him a little bottle to drink, and when you drink, you die. He's like, when would you go? And he's like, weeks ago. He's like, the only reason I'm still here is because my family wants me here. He's like, dude, I'm sick all the time. Like, and so he's like in bed, just in like a terrible like condition, and the only reason he's doing it is because he just wants his family to be happy. You know, it's super good. Definitely worth a watch, and the book was good too.
That's sad.
Yeah, but that's pretty much it, I think. Hey, let's do the next part. Monthly games. Jay, you want to talk about PlayStation monthly games real quick?
Yeah, I don't really have a lot of experience with these ones, so I think you do actually. They got Destruction All Stars, Control Ultimate Edition, and Concrete Genie. The last one is only available on PlayStation 4. The first two are available on PlayStation 5, and then Control Ultimate Edition is available on both.
So I think Control looks cool. I haven't played it, but it's like you control stuff with your mind. So like shit explodes and you can you can put it back together. I think that would be a game that you might like, Jay. That's an exciting, good game. Destruction's All Stars or Destruction Derby or whatever. That's an exclusive PS5 game. That's a brand new game. So like,
you can get it on PS4.
Oh
no, it's the PlayStation exclusive. And the other game I don't.
Look at that furry in the bottom right.
What, the PlayStation games?
Of Destruction All Stars. Telling you, dude, anime's coming back.
Is that like a mainstay of anime culture or furries?
Furries? No.
Yeah.
Furries are the weird anime people do.
Well, let's talk a little bit. We have those, and then Xbox has some decent games. They have Resident Evil 1, which is a really good game.
Yeah.
Dandara, the Trials of Fear edition. I have no idea what that is. Gears 5, which I know from what I understand is a good game.
That was a good game.
It was okay, good. Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb, and then Lost Planet, which I remember Lost Planet came out when the Xbox 360 came out, way back in the day.
I feel like Microsoft's kind of stepping up.
Trying to, yeah. That's definitely a better...
Gears, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's definitely a lot better, for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Wait, a woman protagonist?
Oh no, Jacob hates that.
Oh, dude, never mind. This game sucks.
Let's
Why do
talk
you
a
hate
little
that?
bit about...
I'm just kidding.
Hey, let's talk a little bit about the GameStop thing. Am I right?
Yeah.
Did either of you guys get in this?
No.
Putting money down?
Did you?
No.
Okay, but did you guys do this? Oh, GameStop went up to $40. Oh, I should buy. Oh, GameStop went up to $90. Oh man, I should have bought it at 30. Oh, GameStop went up to $130. Man, I should have bought it 90. Dude, I did that all the way up to $400, and I was like, I just gotta stop looking at this.
That was my internal dialogue, all the way up until $300, and I was just thinking every time. The only difference was I was like, God, but GameStop could go bankrupt any second. I'm not gonna fucking do it. And I was just really afraid of playing with the stock market because it's so volatile. And then as soon as I was oh, maybe I'll buy one stock, and I was about to pull the trigger on it, I have Robinhood, and Robinhood's oh, just kidding, you can't do shit with GameStop stock. And I was
fuck Robinhood.
Fuck you, Robinhood.
Hold,
you piece
everybody
of
hold.
shit. Yeah. So
Hold.
there's a whole heap of problems with Robinhood, which I'm sure we'll get into. And for those of you that aren't educated on it, we'll try to get you up to speed with that too.
Yeah, I can explain it super, super quick.
Yeah.
Basically, there's a subreddit called Wall Street Bets, and the subreddit, it's interesting because they call it the world's largest hedge fund that's completely democratic. So generally, hedge funds are groups of people where the leaders or people in the purchase for everyone, basically, based on hunches or based on making money. Well, Wall Street bets the same thing, but everyone just buys individually. There's no rule to it. So basically, there's the two most shorted, as they call it, stocks on the stock market are GameStop and AMC. And shorting is basically, it's confusing, but basically it's betting for the stock to lose money. So obviously AMC is going down, GameStop's going down, and they took out so much money shorting these two stocks, and and Wall Street Bets decided that they were going to inflate the price by purchasing stock and then refusing to sell it, basically almost artificially inflating the price from, I believe, $9 or $10 on GameStop and topping out at $4.35. or somewhere up there, a lot of money. And so all of these hedge funds have lost just literally, the number I read was 80 billion. They've lost $80 billion. And the hedge funds are doing all sorts of crazy things. Like apparently, I'm not an expert in this by any means, but they do this thing called short ladders, which is basically where the hedge funds will trade amongst each other. And by trading back and forth, they can push the price down. It's almost like it's like gaming the system, if you will. But it's an artificial push down or an artificial tanking. And so the hope is that people who have GameStop see it tanking and sell, and then the price actually goes down.
Yeah, you see the sells more than the buys.
Yeah, exactly. But Wall Street Bets has been pretty. They according to them, of course, they haven't been selling. There's a few interesting things that came out of this. One of the things is randomly, like 2 days ago, it started popping up all over the media, CNBC, NBC, CBS, that said Wall Street Bets is now targeting silver, which they never targeted silver. They never did it. But all the news outlets say Wall Street Bets is now targeting silver. Watch out, silver is on the rise. And Wall Street Bets like, what the fuck, dude? Who wants silver? Like who like would buy silver? And so the conspiracy theory is that Melvin Capital, the place that owns a lot of these GameStop shorts, actually owns a lot of the silver, and so they're trying to like make this like fake silver push to hopefully divert Wall Street Bets.
So Melvin is like especially like an insidious sort of hedge fund because they also own part of Robinhood, from what I understand too. And the reason why Robinhood is a big giant piece of shit is because the way that Robinhood works is when you execute any sort of trading, Melvin actually gets, so Robinhood sells at a fraction of a higher price, and then Melvin skims off the top. And so if for some reason Melvin doesn't want Robinhood to do something, i.e. buy or sell any GameStop stocks or AMC stocks, then they can't, because their funding is provided by a lot of hedge funds. And so that's why everybody's pissed off at Robinhood, because they're saying that it's due to like they only have a certain amount of like money that they can deposit, and they're coming up with a bunch of bullshit excuses when everybody sees right through it. And the reason why the whole essence of like shorting a stock is basically that a hedge fund will borrow stocks at a certain price, and then at a later time they have to pay back the price of the stock that they purchased, hopefully at a lower price, which would take care of the interest. And at this point, they've lost tons of money per share because it gains so much in price. And so they have to pay back the interest accrued on the stock as it was skyrocketing. So that's how they lost a bunch of money.
Also,
pay the difference up too. Sorry to interrupt you. They have to pay the difference up. So basically, if they borrow it, for example, at $50 and they return it at $25, they make a net profit of $25. But if they borrow at $50 and it comes back at $100, they have to pay in $100. So basically, it's double fucking over the guys. Wall Street. Sorry, Jacob. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I couldn't tell if you guys said this over the recap, but also people who were selling, Robinhood was just straight up selling them at a loss. So like, let's say you bought the stock at 10, went up to 20, and you're like, oh dude, I doubled my money, sell. But because this is just like a random number, Robinhood, because of the volatility and everything that was happening, they would sell your stock at like 9, and you just lose money off your sale. And they wouldn't even put in a sell. Robinhood would sell it for them, which that is one of the huge shady things. I think it was really big when it first happened, that the day GameStop was kind of on the rise. But that's kind of been swept under the rug. People are wanting more like the corporate answers from Robinhood now. But dude, I thought that was crazy. The fact that a company can just sell your stock for you at a loss.
The other thing they did.
Well, a teeny bit on Robinhood too. So a bunch of people ended up giving it a really negative review on Google, like thousands of 1-star reviews, and Robinhood was able to push a bunch of those reviews out so it didn't affect their overall rating. Now a bunch of people went back in re-rated it at 1 star, and it's sitting at 1 star right now.
Yeah, one of the big things that affects a stock price is how many are purchased compared to how many are sold. And so obviously what was making GameStop fly upwards is all the purchasing. Well, for like one night, Robinhood just turned off purchasing. Like you literally could not purchase, you could only sell, which obviously affects the stock adversely. And then the next day they said, okay, well, we're reopening sales, but you can literally only have one. So people already had like 50 GameStop. They can't purchase like anything because they have more than one. So basically, long and the short of it, Robinhood is like super skeezy and super sketchy, and they build themselves as, you know, take from the rich and give it to the poor like Robinhood. And it's just, they're not. They're actually super skeezy.
Yeah.
Somebody retweeted a tweet that they made in 2016, and it said, let the people trade, and it said, fucking liar.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how Elon Musk should be our next president, by the way? Because he's for the people, dude.
It's so weird. The last thing I wanted to say on this, which I thought was interesting, is I read this whole article about how basically this so GameStop wasn't necessarily going straight out of business. They're definitely on the decline, but they had a lot of moves they could do to stay in business. Like, for example, they can close individual stores, low revenue stores. They're small spaces, so they're not overly expensive. And then they can transition their business to online. On the other side, AMC could not do that. They have huge retail locations with multiple theaters. They have no way to transition to online. And so, dude, this whole thing literally saved AMC. They were right. They were like almost about to go bankrupt. And when AMC started spiking, they converted a whole bunch of stock and just paid off their debt with the stock. And so this whole thing has saved AMC like huge. Like thousands of jobs have been saved by it, which is really, really cool.
Well, on the inverse, though, when I think it was GameStop was at its peak, their CEO, if they would have sold all of their stock, would have been a billionaire, like a multi-billionaire, which is crazy to think about. But then there's a bunch of like financial analysts that are like, well, dude, if he would have done that, then he would have just seen endless court battles because apparently it would just look funny. And obviously, for obvious reasons, it would look funny, but like people could argue that it was insider trading and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I just think it was interesting.
It's all really interesting, and it still hasn't actually cleared up. I have like 14 AMC shares, so like today I'm down maybe $40 or $50. It's not that big of a deal. I don't stand to lose a whole lot of money. But yeah, it's definitely interesting, and keep your eyes on it. It's getting me investing, though. Like I'm
also
excited.
Doge to the moon.
Yeah, I got Doge. I bought at when we were back in the day. My buddy Sam, we bought together, and I paid $10 for Doge, and I ended up at the top when it was like 85 cents or whatever. It was worth like I think $200.
85 cents
or 8 cents? Excuse me, not 85 cents. It's like 8.5 cents. It was like $200
good return.
Worth. Yeah, so I pulled out actually 100 when it was like at 5 or 6. I don't remember exactly what. Right now it's back down around 3.
Just before we end this topic, because I think we're moving off, can you guys go to general chat and look at the picture that I just posted?
Oh yeah, I've been seeing these everywhere.
That's in Portland.
These so they're billboards. People are posting to the moon and stuff, trying to keep people to keep their
stock.
Their game
That's
stocks.
crazy.
All right. Last little section here. Would you rather? Who wants to go first?
You should go first. This is a new segment created by Scott, and I know everybody's played this game, but Scott had a really good idea that we should play it amongst us three, and I just think it's going to be funny.
So mine are actually more interesting than funny sometimes. They make me think.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, mine are way more interesting than your guys', so I'll go first. I was like, damn.
So I had a few in my head, and I found a few online, but these are really cool. I'll start with this one. Would you guys rather go into the past and meet your ancestors, or go into the future and meet your great-grandchildren or great-great-grandchildren?
That's an easy.
Yeah.
What would you rather do?
Jacob, you go first.
I would go into the past, fuck my ancestors. I would fucking take all the information I know now, become a multi-fucking billionaire, and I would fucking make my own family. I would say screw that. I don't want to talk to any of them. I just want to be rich and live on my private island by myself.
Oh, I thought you meant like literally have sex with your, like literally fuck your ancestors. That'd be really weird.
Dude, I could, and I'd have enough money to get away with it.
Jay?
Yeah, but you might not exist if you do that.
Oh, bullshit, dude. I'd be right here.
No, you wouldn't. If you had sex with your ancestors.
I'd play the cards right. I would do everything. I'd wait till I was born. I'd play the time right. Right when that freaking jackpot hit $1 billion, I'd write down the exact numbers of what the winning number was, and then I'd split it with that guy. And then I'd have, $500 million, and then after tax, I'd have $250 million. And then I'd just play the freaking stock market every single day. I'd put it all into GameStop, quadruple my money. Dude, I'd be set.
What actually happened? Jacob would be clapping his grandma's cheeks, and like right as he finished, it would be like in Avengers where you disappear. Well, because he'd
just
break
be gone.
The timeline. Yeah, and you just disappear.
Yeah. It was totally worth it. Okay, Jay.
Okay.
What's your stupid answer?
I would like to go into the future. First of all, I would like to know.
Yawn. Next.
I just want to see the future and then know what to invest in.
There you go.
See the future?
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
You'd be poor.
Yeah, and then I would be super fucking rich because I would know what to invest in.
The hard thing is it might be much easier to convince your ancestors that you're from the future than to convince your great grandchildren that you're from the past.
My fucking iPhone.
Yeah, but if I was from the past, I wouldn't need to convince anybody of anything.
Dude, imagine if you're someone like your great-great-grandfather, someone who is young and said, I'm your great-great-grandfather. You'd be like, get out of here, homeless man.
You'd be like, okay, boomer.
I don't think I would even say that. I would just be like, hey, what would you invest in right now if you could? And then they would tell me like the most like successful company to invest in. And I'd be like, cool. And then I'd go back.
Oh, you go back?
Yeah.
I thought you were stuck there.
Well, it says, would you rather go into the past and meet? I don't know if that means go back. Yeah. All right.
I don't know.
Who's next?
I got one. So, would you rather be deaf or blind?
Oh, deaf.
Deaf. Because if you're deaf, I feel like seeing is so important. If you're deaf, you can still drive like normal. You can still
game.
You can see movies. You can play video games. Exactly.
Anime.
If you're blind, you just have to like listen to everything. You'd have to ride the bus and stuff.
So, I also agree. I would rather be deaf because I feel like as like technology stands, we are way closer to being able to create like artificial hearing than artificial sight.
Dude, but in all the anime I've watched, all the blind people are fucking badasses. So maybe I'm going to switch. I want to be a blind samurai.
All right, Jacob, you got any?
I don't have any.
All right, I got another one.
These are fun.
Would you rather be an unimportant character in the last movie you saw or an unimportant character in the last book you read?
Unimportant character in the last book I read.
Yeah.
I've never read a fucking book.
You'd rather not exist then?
Yeah.
He just disappeared.
That's so sad.
It was totally worth it.
I think Jacob hates himself secretly.
I think the last book I read was Captain Underpants.
Dude, would you rather be in Captain Underpants world?
Yeah, I guess. It'd be cool.
What are you, Jay?
I'd rather be an unimportant character in was it a movie?
Last movie you watched.
The last movie I watched, which was I don't even remember the last movie.
Oh, dude, mine's an anime. I choose movie. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I'd choose movie.
Jay, do you have any more?
Yeah, I got one. This is important. So this especially goes for Jacob. Would you rather shit barf or vomit poop?
For sure, shit barf.
Why?
Question. Oh yeah, no, you go why. I'll ask my question after.
Because you don't have to taste it. Your asshole would burn depending on the vomit. Like if it was bile vomit, your asshole would burn. But I would much rather have a burning asshole than a shitty mouth.
Okay. Couple questions.
Sure.
Is it a clean barf?
Normal barf.
Is it diarrhea?
No, it's barf.
No. When I'm puking.
Yeah. It's
Poop.
barf.
When I'm puking poop.
What kind of poop is it?
Is it diarrhea?
Whatever your normal doo-doo would be. Do you
normal-
normally have, like, diarrhea?
No. We're just for this scenario, we're going to say no.
That's not true. You normally do have diarrhea. I remember working with you.
I know. Okay. My next question is, am I going to throw up after I vomit poop?
No.
That I'm going to throw up normal vomit because it tastes like poop?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. So I would probably rather vomit poop only because, dude, like, I honestly think vomiting poop and then brushing your teeth and just getting it over with is way, way less painful than having to shit acid out your butthole, worry about it getting stretched open, possibly bleed, maybe go to the doctors, be uncomfortable while you sit for, a month?
Easy.
Dude,
yeah.
Once quick and easy, just get it over with, dude. It sucks. It's going to suck.
Yeah, wait,
It's
is it do one once, or is it do it like for the rest of your life?
No,
the rest
even
of
if
your
you do
life.
one once.
Yeah, that's true. Even if you do one once, but it's for the rest of your life.
Oh. Well, I never throw up, dude. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I got one more.
So do you wipe your mouth when you're
Yeah.
speaking?
You wipe your mouth and brush your teeth. Gross.
Okay, this is a good one. Would you rather go back to age 5 and know everything you know now,
Yes.
or know now everything your future self will learn?
Back in time,
I think
dude.
age 5.
Yeah, that's a good move.
I would
agree.
be fucking rank 1 WoW.
It would be interesting just to start over at age 5 and be like, okay, what am I going to do? Like, oh, I know I need to go to college for this or whatever.
Or, like, it's total, like, quantum leap. Like, you know everything that you should do, and you can right wrongs that were once, fucked up.
Dude, fuck that. I'd buy Bitcoin.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I would too.
Yeah, buy
Sure.
all the fucking Bitcoin.
But you could also do that.
And I wouldn't sell it I would sell it 16,000. Then I'd buy the dip, and then I'd fucking buy that all the fucking Bitcoin again. Sell that bitch at 40,000.
Nice.
Oh, I don't know, dude. What if you went in the future and you found out the Bitcoin was worth like $1 million, and then you bought a Bitcoin at 30?
What if you went in the future and found out it was worth nothing and it tanked?
Ooh.
But then I'd sit. No, not worth it.
I think the safer bet is going to the future if you're looking for finances. If you're looking to get an overall advantage, the safer bet is to go back to age 5 knowing what you know now.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting having to relive your life, like just knowing, okay, well, now it's going to high school. Let's see how this goes.
Fuck you, Becky.
Oh, Jesus.
Do
What
you
did
have
you
another
unpack?
one or anything?
I got one
Jay
more.
would be like, Jay
Alright.
wouldn't get that soda from that fridge from his teacher.
Oh, man. Mr. Torres?
Yeah.
It wasn't a soda. It was Humex.
Doritos.
No, it wasn't Doritos. It was Humex. It was fruit nectar in a can. Anyway, this is kind of important that you know each of these characters. Are you all familiar with Roseanne Barr or Rosie O'Donnell?
Yeah.
Yeah? Jacob? Jacob's taking a dump now. So,
Take care of
this
your
is...
dog.
Yeah, so would you rather have sex with Rosie O'Donnell or Roseanne Barr?
Rosa Parks.
That wasn't one of the options.
I don't know who either of those
Roseanne
people are.
Barr or Rosie O'Donnell?
Probably Rosie because she's like way less annoying. If
Are
I
you
had
sure?
to. I wouldn't want to.
She's way less annoying?
Rosie O'Donnell. 100%.
I feel like Roseanne would be like, oh, what are you doing? You know what I'm
That's
saying?
the best Roseanne Barr impression I've ever heard. I feel like I would pick Roseanne Barr only because I feel like like I feel like she would enjoy it more because Rosie O'Donnell is lesbian, by the way. And the other thing too, maybe, just maybe, I could be in like her will or something because I think she's also closer to death.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hey, excellent podcast. Thanks everyone for being here. Shout outs?
Jacob.
Jay? Okay, Jacob.
What? Who's going? Me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go. Shout out to Kai. Shout out to my mom. Both my little doggies. And then also, shout out to one of my favorite YouTubers, Bitwit Kyle. He's probably never going to listen to this podcast, but he just got divorced from his wife. It's really sad. And it made me cry.
She's cheating on him, I think. She's cheating on him.
Dude, she had to have been cheating on him, 100%.
Do you know this person?
No, it's just a really big tech YouTuber. But it was really sad to see because he had called him wifey sauce. They'd always do videos together. But no more of that. Sucks. But yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, and Mr. Panda and Jax J. Henny. That's it.
All right, Jay.
Shout out to Patricia. Shout out to Dustin. Shout out to Adolfo, Delbert, Panda, Javad, and then shout out Jax. Shout out Danny, Lyndon, and anybody else I'm missing. Shout out to you.
Robbie, Patrick, Raven, Kat, Jay Henny, Jax. And if I missed you, I'm sorry. Everyone, have such a great, amazing night. Goodbye.
Hey.
Bye.
Jacob,
Hey,
where did you leave?
I gotta go pick up this bitch from the fucking airport.
Jacob, real quick, did you know what happened?